Hello. Huh? Nobody's here. My thing says 0. Actually, my thing's actually hidden. That's the search bar. There we go. See, 0. No people watching this stream right now. That's what this says. Ah, no luck. Latios and Jan Mega and Swello, all 3 of them said, none of y'all come out. He's gonna capture you. Hello. What are you guys doing? Hello, Zoro, welcome to the stream. Also, hello to everyone else. There are now 37 of you. Hi. Okay, so let's see what you guys are getting. Fala or Fola is getting a Mimikyu, Jacob is getting a shiny Azumarill, and Stefano is getting a shiny Mr. Mime. Still no shiny for us though. Tomorrow what? I will have the pull-up that lifts buffed attack and speed. Is that like an adamant Piplup or something? No, I only have shiny Tapu Koko because that's the only one that's been released. The other ones are not shiny. Thank you, Jess, for the luck. Hoping we get this thing in under 2K, but somewhere between 2 and 3K would be fine for the resets. So, how are y'all doing on 4th of July? Anything special you guys are doing today? Or have done? I meant Piplup, but yeah, no, I understood. Diance's a mythical, so no. Mythicals do not work on GTS, guys. Block Party? Yeah, I also have Pi. Ah! My fork fell. I told you to fix the fork. Fork is bad. It fell. Now I don't have a fork to eat my pie. No. I want my own fork. Where is it? I want a new fork. That one's dirty. My fork fell. Leave it there. Okay, so what were you guys saying? I don't know what was going on. Hello. Huh? No, Frostos is a ghost. Funny because the ghost theme is playing right now. Wait, no, this isn't lavender. Never mind. This is Shoal Cave. Ice type, just like Frostlass, so I wasn't completely wrong. It's still one of the types. Yes. But it sounded spoopy, so I was like, is this a ghost theme? No, it's Shoal Cave. Being sick is awesome. What's got you sick? Hello, gamer. What's up? Hydra is receiving a Xerneas fruit. I got a Mawile, and Alex, I don't know what you got. You don't have to name your daily anything. You just talk to one of the exchange mods, and they'll trade you a Charizard from the prize list. You have to pick something for the prize list, though, so make sure you specify what it is you want. All the Pokemon that are fully evolved, don't evolve, or are in the middle stage of evolution are 91 or higher, so just use that filter. Yes, if they're doing it for the GTS. The GTS you can specify for gender, but not from the prize pool. Yes, you can specify gender on GTS most of the time. But right now, yes. If I do any old school Pokemon, then it'll be a different procedure for that. Hello, War Analyst. Good morning / good night. How you doing? You can get one Pokemon every hour and a half, because I've adjusted the timers. If you're on the overnight stream, if the title doesn't say you can only get one, then just assume that there's timers for like an hour to an hour and a half. But yeah, no, the overnights are the only ones that have the one per person limit so far. Cool. Guys, for any type questions, there's Google, or you can do, for today, you can do ! fairy types, and Lilybot will give you a link to all the fairy types. You cannot choose any mythicals to go on the GTS because mythicals are not allowed on GTS. But aside from that, any other regular fairies will work. Nothing from Mega Evolution either, because I can't do Mega Stones over GTS. Streams are usually 3 hours. Alright, don't all spam the fairy types command at once. Yeah, type questions are better for Google. Most phones these days have like a 2-window thing where you can actually go on Google and be on YouTube at the same time. No. So yeah, what are you guys up to today on the 4th of July? Anything special? I don't know if anyone answered before, but tag me in your comment. I couldn't actually see any replies before. Do ! fairy types, so Lilybot can link you a list of all the fairy types you can choose from there. No mythicals and no mega Pokemon. Nothing that gains the typing through Mega Evolution. So like not Altaria. Ah, yes, Canada does not celebrate. Do you guys, I'm guessing maybe a lot of people who are closer to the border of Canada probably are subjected to like non-stop fireworks. Favorite Lake Guardian. It's either a Zelf or Uxie. I don't really like Mesprit that much. The only reason I like Azelf is because it was used competitively for a time, and one of the moves that it had was self-destruct. So literally, or I think Explosion too, like literally at one point, you use Azelf, and then towards the end of its like usefulness, it just blows up. And it's I think it's the Lake Guardian in charge of willpower, so you gotta have a lot of willpower to blow up. I gotta look back into their lore and their Pokedex entries to really decide which one is my favorite though, but like, I know it's either between Azelf or Uxie. I don't really like Mesprit, no. I did not enjoy like chasing Mesprit around in Diamond, so yeah. It lost my vote. Also, Cresselia was another one. Yeah, just ask Vegeta. That's exactly what I was thinking about too. It took so much willpower that when he came back, he was just like, I'm not gonna blow myself up for you again. So he didn't really enjoy blowing himself up. Ooh, should I name this Azelf Vegeta? I mean, he's got blue on him, kind of like Vegeta's blue suit that he always used to wear. If that's the case, I better switch Synchronizer later, because I don't want Azelf to be timid. I want it to be like naive or something. Naive or jolly. Hey Flash, how do you feel about Dragon Ball Super? Yes, you can get Gardevoir. Gardevoir is fairy. Yes, only Tapu Koko is shiny. You can play Neb Heist, Neb Toss, Neb Roll with Nebbits, and you can exchange Nebbits for prizes from the prize list. Gamer. You need 5,000 or 10,000 Nebbits for a prize though, and you can do exclamation point prizes to see all the prizes from the prize list. I feel like shiny Articuno is much less vibrant than regular Articuno, because, you know, regular Articuno has like the really pretty blue tail and head crest. Cell Saga was cool. Cell Saga into Blue Saga was where I picked it up. I can't really get into Saiyan Saga too much. It was way too slow paced, and I got way too used to all the Super Saiyan transformations afterwards. Yeah, it looks more icy, I guess. Happening. Oh, I thought you were angry and threw your phone. I was like, are you okay? But yeah, no, I didn't really get into Super too much. Like, I heard that the animation got a lot better towards the end of it. But even then, got a little bit too crazy for me. I enjoy the end of Cell Saga. I like the end of Cell Saga and like most of Boo Saga. But why? That doesn't answer my question. You're right. The fights were cool and the dub was funny, so like that's why I liked it. Which fusion do you like better? Solgaleo, Lunala. I want to say Duskmane. Solgaleo looks cool. Lunala also looks kind of cool, but weird at the same time. Yeah, and then he like threw it because of actually the transformation kind of made him go all like cocky and whatnot, and then he just threw the fight. But yeah, no, him powering up and doing the thing against Cell was good. How'd you spell it? Why? Subs? Oh. No, you can deposit immediately, but you won't be traded for an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, I would suggest after you get traded, get your Pokemon and then deposit again. And then I hope that you get traded again during the stream. Yeah, that's what it was. That's the word. Sadistic. It's only for the first few times that they use it. Once they kind of get accustomed to the transformation, they go back to being themselves. Everybody's just super disappointed with what happened to Gohan afterwards, though. How did you feel about GT? Yes, you are allowed to request a gender ungendered Pokemon today. In the future, this might not be the case, and there might be a different procedure for requesting gender, but for right now, you can use the filters. I do play 7, but not frequently. I'd rather play 8. It was really good. What's blues instead of pink? Oh yeah, it's like pastel blue instead of pink. Really? Exactly? Ah. Could you imagine Sylveon like becoming like black and red? How many Nuptosses have you won so far in a row? Oh, that's good. Best of luck to you, but don't get too comfortable with winning because you could start a losing streak just as fast. It'll probably just be a random number, to be honest. I mean, it could be a funny command, though. I just don't want people spamming bot commands. So I'm trying to make them only if they're, like, super useful to answering people's questions. English DBZ has the best music. I don't know about Japanese DBZ. My friend really likes the Faulkner soundtrack. All the prizes are the same of 9,999 Nibbits. Yeah, no, my boy Future Gohan, got a little bit destroyed. At least Trunks avenged them eventually. Hello, welcome Richvo, thank you. The Japanese voice actor for Goku makes me cringe. Don Schimmel was way better, and yes, Bruce Faulkner's music was what I was referring to. Yes, I love the what was it? I think it's like the Super Saiyan Vegeta theme, and then there's the one that everyone refers to, I think, online as like Vegeta knows his son or something like that. Those two are like my tops. Shiny Charmander, congrats, Eric. Were you just Masuda methoding it, or was it just like a random egg that you got? Like, not even trying to get a shiny? I don't think I've heard Beerus's name, and if I have, I don't remember it, because, I mean, I've seen, I think, the beginning of Super and the Battle of Gods movie, and I don't know if his theme plays there. You have to change the quality of the video if it doesn't look focused, because it might be at like 244, 144, like 2 whatever something 100p. Make sure it's at like 720 or 1080. I don't know why he had blue hair. I mean, maybe to signify his relationship with Bulma, because she has blue hair. Yeah, that's why. But the thing is, he usually has like grayish or like, I guess like slightly purple. Yeah, I mean, now he has blue hair. Guys, I'm not really familiar with the newer stuff. I stopped really watching at Z and a few random clips and episodes of Super, but I never really got into it. I've seen some of DBZ abridged. Enough to know about Ghost Nappa. Also, they changed the color of Bulma's hair to what now? I thought she always had like blue hair. So does she match Trunks now or no? But here's the thing, future Trunks had blue hair, but not like young Trunks, right? So that was weird. I thought they kept regular Trunks as like normal hair or something. No gamer, I am not from Canada. Do I sound like I'm from Canada? Android Super 17 is a beast. Is he a thing in Super? Because I know he was a thing in GT. So like for any other I guess Dragon Ball fans, what's the whole thing about the argument between Hercule being either named Hercule or Mr. Satan? I know in different dubs they call him Mr. Satan, and some other times they call him just Hercule. What do you guys usually call him? For tomorrow, the trades will be a different type, though, Gamer. I'm doing another type giveaway tomorrow. Satan, Hercule. I call him Hercule, well. This is just the time when I'm free. And today was 4th of July, so I took a little bit longer to do anything because we were having dinner. Stop. Don't be rude to Mr. Satan. Yeah, asking for no gender or level is fine, but it'll probably be male by default. If you want a female one, you have to change your filter. I'm not adding anyone unless it's for battles or Smash Bros. Anything stream related. I don't add people outside of any stream matters currently, so please don't spam FCs in chat. Darmanitan will not be available, no. It was hard enough getting a set for him for fire type so that he can be a fire psychic for Zen mode. Does anybody actually reliably use Zen mode Darmanitan though? I feel like he should have changed forms based on something else aside from health. Or like once he changes, he doesn't change back unless you do something. Like, okay, make it so that he can stay in Zen mode outside of battle. And he only like goes back to normal mode if you heal him using the PC or what do you call it? Or the Pokemon Center. Like if you heal, like if you get him to half health in a battle and then put him back to full using a full restore or something, he should stay in Zen mode. That way people can use him online. Hey Jodo, what's your street address? Don't ask questions like that. I'm kidding though, but yeah, no. Try to stay away from the whole where are you, where do you live thing. It's a little weird online. On my stream DS, I've hit 100 friends already before, and I usually when I hit 100 I delete 20 and then I start again. It was pretty uneventful, honestly, the 4th. Nothing really big happens around here. Usually, it'll either be too hot and humid to go out and I hate the sun, or we'll go watch, like, fireworks or something. Although I haven't been to see the fireworks shows in, like, forever. I just didn't want to go today because there were clouds everywhere and I was scared that it was going to rain and be awfully humid. But apparently, no, it decided to rain every other day but the 4th, so everybody gets their fireworks shows. Yay! What water do you need, Jean? It's just the bottom right 3, Red Rose. As you can see, the other 3 are not on GTS. They're just playing the game. Shiny Hunting on 3 and GTS on the other 3. Towards the end of the stream, if I play another game or if I just decide to chat with you guys, I'll turn these 3 Wonder Trade not want to trade. Shiny hunting ones into GTS. Aromatisse. I think it's a good like staller slash screen setter. Every Pokemon has sort of like its own purpose and like strengths and weaknesses. I personally prefer Slurpuff better because of Citrus Berry, Belly Drum set. Like if you give it a Citrus Berry and give it Belly Drum, it'll heal some of its health after it goes half, and then it gets +6 in attack so that it can sweep anything it wants, really. Guys, I don't do any link trades currently. If I do link trades in the future, then I'll make an announcement on it. I don't even know my street address, bro. If you ever get lost, you're gonna be in for like a ride. Okay, so like knowing your street address and not being able to drive are like two different things. Just because you can't drive doesn't mean you shouldn't know your street address. I do battles on occasion, Pumpkin Man. Although, just fair warning, I try to stay away from Ubers, so don't come at me with like a team of Rayquaza, Kyogre, Groudon, and like what else, Marshadow, and all them crazy Pokemon. I'm not using like the most competitive team, but it's a team that I really like to use, and it's fun to use. In fact, you know what? Towards the end of the stream or like later, I might just switch to some battles if you guys want. It'll probably be hectic though. I wish that the 3DS incorporated the whole thing that the Switch does now, where like you can add people by just, you know, adding their code and they don't have to add you back. Like they can just go into their friend request and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna add this person, yes or deny. But yeah, sorry if you guys hear the fireworks. They're starting to crackle in the background. You know, I'm totally down for battles. I just have to like turn on my DS and switch the screens and the setups and whatnot. I mostly sweep. Oh my god, no, please. Don't sweep me. I want to have fun. I mean, I've swept before with my team, but it's usually just whenever I'm given the opportunity to set up, obviously. But yeah, dude, you will not believe some of the teams I've had to face. This one guy came at me with Primal, both of them. Primal, Kyogre, and Groudon. Darkrai. I think there was a Giratina in there. Diancie. Mega Diancie. I don't think that's Uber, but it's still like a, you know, legendary Pokemon. Or mythical, mega mythical, and then a shiny Totem Mimikyu. So yeah, that was a crazy team that I had to fight against. So I learned something that day. I learned that you can have 2 primals. I thought that the rule was 1 primal, 1 mega, and 1 Z move. Silvally sweep since when? Well, how do you sweep with Silvally, fam? Teach me the ways. It depends on when you deposit. After you're traded though, you'll be on cooldown for 1.5 hours, so expect to wait at least that long for a second Pokemon. Even tried sweeped with a Cloyster, and same. I actually battled a full 6 Arceus team shinies as well. I mean, sometimes like you can tell if a person's using all 6 legends or something like that, and it's not like an official, or I guess official, you know, quotations, like an Uber's format battle. You'll probably notice that their Pokemon are either one poorly trained or just have really weird movesets, and they have a bad judge of, I guess, just action, because they'll use really weird moves at the wrong time or something. So yeah, sometimes I'll allow the Ubers just because I feel like I can actually beat them. Like, I've been allowing Darkrai lately just because I'm like, people are gonna go for the Dark Void and they're gonna miss, and then I'm gonna get a free sweep. The one thing that will annoy me though is if somebody completely disregards like sleep clause, because I'm like, do not put my entire party to sleep. Yeah, Dark Void got nerfed. My boy Smeargle doesn't even want to sketch it no more. My friend and I were talking about that, and they're like, they made it exclusive to Darkrai, and just in case people still wanted to use it to cheese, they were like, nah, we're gonna nerf it on Darkrai. And I'm like, at that point, Smeargle doesn't even want to sketch that. Smeargle's gonna see Dark Void and try to draw it. He's like, nah, fam, I'm good. Give me Spore. Wait, who asked this? Can I ask for a Metagross on GTS? Yes, you can ask for Metagross. You're not gonna get traded though. Metagross is not a fairy. You guys can ask for whatever you want. Whether you're traded or not will depend on the type of your Pokemon and whether it's mythical or not. If you are traded, somebody else traded you. Smeargle with Judgment. Yeah, so Smeargle can use Judgment, but Smeargle can't use Dark Void. Logic. Metagross are pay and steal. I thought that said pay. My S's look like A's on this monitor. Why? Not for real. It looks like an A from here. What? Yeah, my eyes are bad. Metagross is every type like Gallade. You put Metagross with 2 T's. John, it literally takes like 10 times more effort to actually catch 20 Delibirds than to breed them all. Trust. Put 2 in the daycare right now and actually try to breed some. You'll see. Metagross is a new fairy type. All the professors in every region are raging right now. Sleep powder will suffice. What do you mean? I don't know. Spore is way better than sleep powder, but if you have tinted lens and not tinted lens, compound eyes. If you have compound eyes, go for sleep powder. Smeargle is OP if you know how to use it. I use Smeargles too. Tail Glow Spore. Tail Glow, dude, that is genius. That's funny. Smeargle with Tail Glow, Baton Pass, and Sticky Web. The one Smeargle that cannot defend himself but is carrying his team. Yeah, I personally don't agree with the Baton Pass ban by Smoggin. I feel like people were just crying way too hard. Yeah, you can do Swords Dance, but honestly, Tail Glow is Tail Glow gives you an extra +1. Like that would be super nasty, man. What's a good special attacker that can actually take a hit? The thing though is you gotta safely set up a Tail Glow somehow, and Smeargle, if you're gonna give it plus speed and no like Scarf or anything, obviously because you gotta use 2 moves, he's kind of frail. I don't think his base speed is the best either, so you gotta find a way to like force a switch somehow. And just give it an opportunity to actually come in safely and switch out without dying. Yeah, Metagross can take a hit. Yeah, the only thing you're susceptible to with that Smeargle though is priority, and that's really, really common these days. After you use Spore once, they'll probably switch out, then you get Tail Glow. And then you can use Baton Pass after taking 1 hit. If they predict who you're going into and that thing can't take a hit, then you're done, but really depends. They could also, while you're setting up, also set up themselves, so that's a scary thought. Any speedy Pokemon will really be a good counter to Smeargle's setup, though. Either that or a Phaser. Like, if they see you Spore, they'll switch into something that has a Whirlwind or, there's a Whirlwind or Roar, and you can get that, or Dragon Tail. So there are counters to the Smeargle play. You just gotta get rid of them, obviously. I use Magic Bounce Espeon against Smeargle. Yes, I remember People actually used to rage quit first turn against me with their Smeargle leads because I used to either start with Espeon or switch into it because I saw Smeargle. Yeah. So much rage quitting happened on Showdown. When you get completely red and you get perfected by some random what? Another good magic, like two other good magic bouncers are Diancie and Xatu. I feel like Xatu is like not really that well known, but he is a magic bouncer. We only have 2 people on the heist? What? Come on, there's 80 people watching. Let's do a big heist next time. You can deposit immediately, but you won't be traded for a while. There's a timer on your after you get traded. Like Lilybelt, after she trades you, she'll keep you on the queue for an hour and a half, and then after that's gone, if you come up on the trade list again, then she'll trade you. So what I encourage people to do is to deposit after they get traded, and then just wait it out. There's nothing wrong with the camera. If anything is blurry, you have to go into the settings on YouTube and make sure that your quality is not at like 144p or 240 or yeah, 240p. After that, like 480 to 720 to 1080 looks pretty good. Sometimes your phone will like change it to 144p for whatever reason, or your web browser, so make sure you up your quality. I never learned how to use a Shuckle. Very bulky. It's bulky, yeah, but the thing with it, it's like super duper gimmicky. Even when you do something basic with it, like toxic stalling, its stats just don't allow it to survive for very long. Its HP is abysmal. The only thing I can really think of, and it's like really gimmicky, like I said, is put it in the Trick Room team and then give it Power Trick to switch its defense and offense, and then have it sweep like that. But even though I love Shuckle to death, like there's other Pokemon that can get the job done with much less setup. Let me see, actually, does Ditto have a higher base HP than Shuckle? Because if so, you can have a team of like a doubles team of Ditto and Shuckle, and have Ditto transform into Shuckle. Yeah, it's actually got like double the base HP. Wow, Shuckle. Shuckle's so massive. 230 defense and special defense, and then speed is 5. Special attack and attack are 10, and HP is 20. My boy Shuckle. There's an Uber moveset for Shuckle. Let me just read what Smogan has to say. Shuckle provides incredible support for your team in aiding sweeps with Sticky Web and Encore, the former of which is an incredible tool that is great against opposing offensive styles. Shuckle's ability Sturdy allows it to always live a hit, ensuring it gets up entry hazards more often than not. However, despite Shuckle's great defenses, it's horrible HP. It has horrible HP, so it won't take hits as well as most battlers think. Shuckle also has to compete with Smeargle as a lead, since it also gets the same hazards as well as Magic Coat and Taunt. Shuckle struggles against Magic Bounce users such as Mega Sableye, as it is unable to set up hazards. Even as Sticky Web is on the field, Flying types and Levitate users trouble Shuckle greatly due to not being affected by Sticky Web. Finally, Sticky Web teams are weak to stall teams, as most of the strong attackers on Sticky Web teams rely on the opponent using frailer and faster threats than the slower and bulkier Pokemon that can absorb damage and recover. So this is like a legitimate like moveset apparently for Uber tier Shuckle. That's great. I thought they were actually trolling. I don't know, at one point they made like an Uber moveset for like Kakuna in one of the earlier gens, and I thought that was ridiculous. They also did like some high level tier like some high level format thing for Spinda. You Gosto de Crello? I'm sorry. That was probably awful. But yeah, there you go. There a god tank for Shuckle set up when you give it contrary shell smash infestation. Wait. Is that actually a set? Shuckle gets contrary? What? I thought contrary... Wait, no. Contrary should work on... Wait a second. Contrary... The wielder's stat changes are reversed. All of them? Then Shell Smash would be useless. What? No? Yeah, probably a lot of people are doing stuff for fourth. Okay. Thank you, Gokastin. Yeah, see, but the thing with contrary, wouldn't it lower its own attack and defense? I mean, attack and special attack? I mean, not that it matters, really, but it'll just gain a +1 in defenses. You'd probably accomplish the same thing by just giving Shuckle withdraw. That'd be a great idea, but that cannot be done with the current Lilybot chat. Yeah, YouTube is kind of weird when it comes to the like the bots and the command system for that. The API is awful. Taunt and knock off what, on Shuckle? So I forgot, does taunt get magic bounced back onto yourself? How would that work, like, you know, realistically? Like, when you taunt someone else, you kind of do like a little, like a gesture towards them to make them mad. So like, what does the magic bounce Pokemon just whip out a freaking mirror, and it's just like, ha, look, you're taunting yourself, fam. And then Shuckle's just like, ooh, no, he got me. I'm mad. I can't use Toxic anymore. Nathan Retta, thank you for subscribing. Is that Rita or Retta? Yeah, these fireworks are booty. I can hear them through my headphones. It's really annoying, actually. You can check any fairy types. You can do exclamation point fairy types to see a list of all the fairies. Lilybot will give you a link to it. Is this anyone that it's Eliana, you can get anything from the prize list, so you just have to do exclamation point prizes and pick something from there. There's nothing custom on them yet, they're just as is. Command is fairy types. No spaces and an S at the end of type. Well, fairy type Silvally is the thing, so yes, you can get Silvally. Since it has a legitimate item that you can just put on it and it'll be fairy type. I think there was one traded on one of the screens there on the side not too long ago, actually. Ooh, Michael's getting a Togekiss. Hello, is that Gothian Palette? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Is there totem fairy types? Yes, there are totem fairy types, but there's no totems on the GTS. I didn't even know if you could trade totems, so I just didn't include them. Sylveon's not a bad choice. A really good fairy type. Ooh, someone's getting a Sylveon right there. Yeah, you know, Smash Bros. Ultimate seems interesting. I'd get it. I've gotten every Smash game since Melee, to be honest. I have Melee, I had Brawl, I had a 3DS one, and the Wii U one, so I've gotten all of them ever since the original one. I never got the original one on 64, but I did rent it when places that rented video games were a thing before. What about Ribombi? What do people use it for? I mean, it's a speedy fairy. One of the fastest Pokemon in Alola, I think. How bulky? What's its base stats? Let me go look up its base stats. 124 speed's really good. It's got 70 special defense and 60 defense, so it's a little bit on the frail side, but being fairy gives it a lot of resistances. It's quad resisting to fighting, I think, because fairy resists fighting, so that's good. You can switch it in on Mach Punches and a bunch of other stuff. Gotta wonder about its abilities though. It gets Honey Gather, Shield Dust, and Sweet Veil. I don't think those are the best of abilities. Shield Dust just prevents secondary effects, and Sweet Veil prevents allies from being put to sleep. I want to know. I think that's only for doubles. So Shield Dust would be a good ability to prevent hacks, like no freeze hacks, no para hacks, nothing. Shut down Serene Grace users. Oh, legit God Bidoof? What, like peanut butter? Crash on 64 was pretty fun. A hotel I went to once let me rent a bunch of N64 games. That's super legit, actually. Wish I ran into a cool hotel like that. You guys already know what? What's up? Oh, my first favorite fairy type. Wonder what it could be. Ah, wrong button. My bad. Sometimes I press like up on the control stick earlier than I should, and it goes into the menu instead of walking up to the legendaries. And this is why this happens. Cadence, enjoy your shiny Xerneas. Fairy types are very cute, yes. No, I didn't make Lilybot. I just came up with the name. Don't know the power of Citizen Snips? What? Xerneas is a pretty good choice. I mean, it's a good fairy type. It's good for sweeps. Probably banned in most like places though because it's Uber, so we're almost at 2,000 soft resets though. Yes, Arceus can be a fairy type, but it's not on GTS, so don't ask. I do watch anime, Princess Daisy. The only thing that's bad about Whimsicott is that it's weak to any sort of poison. Like 4 times weak to poison. I thought that was you whistling. I'm trying to build a team for battle like this in Cineroar, Raikou, Rabombi, Toxapex, Palisand, Lucario. What do you think about that? It seems pretty solid. Got Fire Dark and Electric type. Is that a Alolan? Is that a Alolan Raichu? You got a Bug Fairy, Poison Water, and what is that? Ground Ghost? Ground Ghost and Fighting. So you actually have like no repeating types, I think. Like everything you got's pretty unique there. I feel like they'd have some good synergy. You just need to like tweak their movesets and whatnot. Are you using Mega Lucario? I would do a new game of Sun, but nah. Yeah, no, do not subject yourself to the beginning of Sun and Moon again. Not voluntarily. Like, I like the community of Sun and Moon. I like some of the anime, and I like the new stuff that got introduced. Some of it, at least. Later, like in the beginning, some of it was really annoying, like learning all the different Z moves and stuff. But overall, I mean, the games are really versatile, and I like playing them like after post game and doing battles and stuff. But the beginning of the story was really bad, super slow, and I didn't like it. I honestly started really liking the game after like halfway through the second island, but by then I'm just like, that's like an entire third of the game. Oh, cool, Johto Legends. Was it a shiny Articuno? Oh no, you said not shiny. See, I sometimes comment on things before I finish reading the sentence. But then it's cool because I read the rest of it and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, so that answered my question. Yes. Any fairy type that is not mythical, Beastly Beast, and something from Mega Evolution too. So like, no Altaria, but everything else is good. Who asked for face reveal? A face what? A face regal sounds nice, actually. I'll go and regal my face, yes. But yeah, no, we used to have almost 25k people, so doing any sort of face reveal thing before at least that would be kind of weird. All the Delibirds are fallen, yes. Good. Wait, cutscenes for what, Disgrace? I mean, Xenoblade has a lot of cutscenes, but I don't really mind them too much. Towards the end of the game, though, they get a little bit ridiculous, but there's a lot of story in it, so I don't mind. Face Regal. Celia, did you put in your 2 weeks yet? We don't talk about what anymore, what? I just don't like, wait, what do you mean? Just don't like in Pokemon Sun and Moon because it doesn't have the World Pokedex. Yeah, not having the National Dex was kind of bad. What shiny evolution? Mine is Umbreon. Wait, like favorite? Favorite for me is Espeon, and it's the old Espeon. New Espeon has a weird green. Old Espeon is super pretty though. I honestly couldn't tell you how many I have because on the old channel, I think the counter got up to like 50,000 on all the trades that I did, and lately I've been doing at least 1,000 trades a night, I think. Because overnight, yesterday we had about 600 overnight, like individual trades, like everyone got one overnight, so like 600 trades there. And then during the stream there was probably another like 300, so it's close to 1,000 trades in one night. So just think about that and how often I stream, and yeah, lots and lots of delis everywhere. If you guys have any shinies for me and anything, I'd suggest you hold on to them for a while because I won't be doing any like viewer trades and stuff like that for ways to come still. I'd rather focus on shiny hunting or doing viewer battles on occasion. How often do you give out mythicals? The only time I've given out mythicals was during one weekend where I did Wonder Trade for mythicals, and I haven't done it since, so not very often at all. And since the Wonder Trade bots aren't working currently, can't really do mythicals again. The only way you can get any mythicals is by doing a Nebits exchange. So once you have either 5k or 10k Nebits, depending on the day, you can exchange the Nebits you have for a mythical from the prize list. Here's Diaga for he shall save us from the fairy apocalypse. On Diaga because he's have steel. What about Reshiram though? Reshiram's like his right hand man. Right hand. I like slurred my words. But yeah, no, fire resists fairy, so Reshiram's also good there. That sounds like train tracks squeaking, but that's just more fireworks. You crazy link trade bot, that's not gonna go well. Can you imagine how many people are gonna link trade the request and then how many times the lead bot's gonna have to say, yeah, no, I'm not trading you, for them to just do it again? Those would never work. How much havoc will there be? I mean, I went there earlier today and I, you know, stirred up a conversation with some people. What? Yeah, no, people don't really flip out. Some people might be like, oh, hey, man, I didn't expect to see you here. I'm like, but it's my server. Yeah, so it's always funny to see some, like, small reactions. And then people do sometimes freak out when I reply to them, though. And I'm just like, but you asked me a question. So, yeah, I reply, hi, how you doing? The one thing I don't think any, like, either the mods and myself don't like is when people randomly send you like a DM and they'll be like, hi, and then they won't say anything. Or they'll be like, hey. Or they'll be like, hey, I have a question. And I'm like, well, like, ask the question. You don't have to wait for my permission to ask the question. It's better if you guys do have a question and need to hit me up about it, DM me, but tell me your question in your, like, message. I don't know why people say, hey, can I ask a question? And then, you know, I don't reply for a day. And then I say, yeah, what's up? And then they're like, oh, I forgot. Or something like that. I'm just like, you could have just said your question in the first message. So yeah, online interactions sometimes are a little bit weird. The popping. Oh, I thought you were asking me what's the popping sound. Yeah, no, those are fireworks. I thought it was actually like the question, like, what's popping? You know, in the background. No, yeah, what's popping? I'm feeling pretty good today. I just had dinner, so that's why the stream was late. And we're just shiny hunting now. I honestly think I might cut it at 2k, and if I'm feeling up to it, I'll start a battle or something with you guys. Favorite water type? Water type. There's too many water types. My first thing that comes to mind is Lapras right now. Literally, there's like 10 of them floating around the room. Go Costin. I have my original one, the ones that I use for stream, the personal one that I just play on, and then there's the other one that I use for battles. So yeah. It sounds like Blacephalon is outside. Yeah, he's just chilling, blowing his head up constantly. No, I didn't eat enchilada, Crazy Steve. What would I recommend? I would recommend Mawile, Sylveon, Bombi's cool too. Yeah, one of those two really. Oh, or Gardevoir. Happy early birthday, Oscar. But yeah, Mawile or what was the other one I said? Sylveon. Mawile or Sylveon are probably my top picks for that. I mean, explosions are really cool to look at. Hello, War Analyst. You've been here before, though, but yeah, no. Like I said before, not much is popping, just doing the stream stuff, and if you're asking about the actual popping in the background, that's just the fireworks. I kind of want to go outside and see what's going on with those. Now I can see them from here. Oof, that was loud. If you don't have Gardevoir, you can still ask for one on GTS if you type in its name. I never really thought of it, but fireworks do sound like I mean, they are explosions, aren't they? Are they not? Yeah, it's an explosive, like, chemical reaction or something like that. They have big popping sounds. You know what? You know what they do sound like? Because you mentioned popping a lot. They sound like Rice Krispies. Except more violent. No, like the little crackly sound that it makes. Not like the big boom. But like the crackle that it makes. There's 4th of July here. I keep forgetting that it's called Independence Day. We just all call it 4th of July. And that's, I think, longer than Independence Day. I mean, typed out it's less, but I think, like, syllabically it's just longer, and that doesn't make any sense. What is your favorite Pokemon other than Lucario and Umbreon? I mean, Umbreon's cool, but I never said it was, like, one of my tops. I like Beedrill, I like Skarmory, Latios. And Latios is actually my favorite. So, yeah. Latios, what else was I saying? Beedrill, Skarmory, Sylveon, Lycanroc is cool too. Generation 3, I like Sceptile. I'm trying to think of all my different generation Pokemon that I like. Gen 5, I really like Volcarona. What do I like from Gen 4 aside from Lucario? I can't remember. I mean, the lowest level you'll find Shiny type Nolas is 40. I think that was from regular Sun and Moon. And Ultra Sun and Moon, I think they up his level to 60. Don't know why, but they did it anyways. But the crackling is aggressive. Yeah, that's basically what fireworks are. I remember I told somebody, like, in USUM, so like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you can find Delibird in Seaward Cave, and in Sun and Moon you can find them in like Route 3. And then the first thing they replied with, what about in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? And I'm like, that's what USUM means. I really like the Rice Krispies treat cereal. The pink/purple box one. But they've apparently recontinued and they sell now, so I had a bunch of it like 2 months ago. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit sleepy too. They were a ding dong. What was a ding dong? What? Why? That's just funny. How's life? Life is good. Life is tiring. I'm sleepy. Jordan Bot. Hello, Cuteness Mudkip. Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? How you been, Cuteness Mudkip? I saw the name Dory and I started thinking of what was that address that Dory knew? Sydney something Wallaby Way. 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, yeah. I can join Neb Heist. Yes, I can do this. Wait, I clicked away from chat. Where is my chat? There we go. Where's our boy Funtime Greninja? I don't know. He came in the other day at like 3 in the morning, and I just like I was about to leave, and then I saw him, and I was like, "Oh my God, Funtime's back! Yes, yes, Funtime Greninja came back to us for a little while. He got a Porygon Z for a normal type giveaway, so he has good taste." Oh yeah, no. Wait, does he get on? Did he get on again? Did I miss him like last night? Because I was definitely asleep last night. Oh, okay, he was there last night. Yo, Funtime Greninja. Last time he came in, like the first time he came in pretty early, right? Like maybe like 11. That's crazy. Yeah, no, his entrance was super funny. He's got a funny backstory. So your initials are ORA. If you had an S like as a second last name or something, your initials would actually be Oras, and that'd be really cool. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. There was another person named Jinx, and they were from the old streams too. Oh, that's cool. Wait. Basically, what are you guys talking about? Huh? What? His name is Funtime. It's like the best username we have. Chat. Well, I don't know about that. I thought it was funny that his name was Funtime. And he comes on the streams to have a fun time. So it's double fun time. It's like Funtime cubed or squared. TJs? Is that like another like does that like mean something else somewhere? Where are you going? I thought you said that my initials are Licks. Okay, yes. Oh, it just sounds funny. Okay, I see. Slash, you thought that said my sister is AIDS? My sister is ads. She's advertising. Someone needs some ad block for your sister. Is that what you get, ad block, when you don't want to talk to her? Yeah. 14 people in the heist. We're going to Guzma's. Give me a week. We're going to Guzma's. We've broken 2K soft resets. Isn't Star on? Yo, Glenn coming back for round 2 with Star. Where is Star? What? Failed? RIP. Give me a second, guys. Wait, what is this? Alright, I gotta soft reset. There's no shinies here. You have a Steam account. If you have, what do you play? I mean, I have one. I just don't use it. So, like, the user interface of Steam never really got through to me. I just always thought it was, like, super complicated, but everyone, like, loves it, apparently. And you can play a bunch of games and share games with people, but I just never really got into it. It could be because I don't really have that many friends. But aside from that, yeah, I didn't like the way it was set up. It looked weird to me. Oh, Celia. Okay. I saw her typing it. I already wanted to say stop. Anyways, do you remember the old shiny color of Dragonite? Not very much, but I remember that it looked a little bit better than the one we currently have after like Gen 5, I think. We'll look up shiny Dragonite. Okay, maybe that was the wrong thing to look up. Let me just look up Dragonite. Yeah, no, it doesn't look that different, to be honest. I think it looked best in Generation 4. And then in Gen 5, I don't know, it looks a little bit different. But then in Gen 6, they like totally made it darker. It's the wings, right? The wings got all like dark purple instead of light purple. And the rest of its body, I don't even know. The rest of its body kind of looks the same. I think it's just the wings, right? The wings? It was sort of silver. Yeah, I could see it being actually sort of shinier. No shinies. Reset. Hello, Robert Jones. How you doing? No Ultra Heist for now, no. Get a shiny, then sure. I remember yesterday I was just like, yeah, we'll do an Ultra Heist if we get a shiny, and then I go on Quest and I immediately get a shiny. A war zone outside. I mean, there are a bunch of explosions everywhere. I wonder what happens to all the debris though that fireworks cause, because I mean they blow up and then all that random debris from the explosion has to fall somewhere. Like, has anyone ever been hit with like fireworks debris? What if? Yes, Eliana, what if what? Oh, hello, Jinx. Welcome back. We got thunderstorms? Why do you want thunderstorms? You mean he was a viewer from the old stream, but yeah, I got what you meant. What level on Clefairy? Clefairy evolves through Moonstone, so 91 or higher. Should be like 95 or 100. I think Lightning and Thunder is cool too. I just don't like the accompanying humidity and water everywhere that comes with the rain. If we could just have like waterless thunderstorms, that'd be cool. I don't mind thunder and lightning. I think they look really cool. We also have no clouds. Wow, okay. I mean, cloudless skies are pretty. Usually they indicate non-rainy weather, so that's good. But after playing Xenoblade for so long, just seeing an entire like sky of clouds is cooler because of the whole cloud sea thing that they have going on. And being on an airplane, you break through like a layer of clouds and see that there's an entire like canopy on top of that with even more clouds. It's just wild. For capture cards, you'd probably be best going on Katsukitty's website or going on eBay, one or the other. Why in books and games lightning is yellow, but in real life it's like blue or white? I really don't know. I guess, honestly, I couldn't tell you. They're trying to portray it as more as electricity, but then again, when can we actually see like electricity anyway, like in any form? Hello Zelda, how you doing? Is the music going like cutting off a little bit for you guys? Because I feel like my music kind of lagged for like a second there. So is the music fine, or is there like cutting and like splitting of the music at all? Okay, it could have just been me then, or my headset. I'll do generations at a later time, but not now. We're doing types again. No, Ninetales doesn't need a special name because only Alolan Ninetales is a fairy type. Thank you, Gokastin. Very much appreciated. I like it when people just show up into chat and, you know, talk and have a good time. Sorry if I'm not, like, the most, like, open and, like, interpersonal guy, but I do enjoy talking about random topics like food, anime, and any other interests. Just, I don't really like talking about myself that much. I don't really see much of a point to it. I mean, interests and other things that I like, I think should be good enough to establish some sort of common ground, I guess, right? Today is fireworks day, and that's why there's a bunch of popping in the background. Somebody help out Princess Daisy, see where they are on the GTS. Their name is Cream. I don't know, the heist must have had a result at some point. It's popping out here. Hello, Beastly Beast. Smells like smoke. Probably all the fireworks stuff if you have any over there. Ooh, Flash is starting in Neb Heist. Everyone join! Exclamation point Neb Heist and then a number. You can do even one. Just join the Neb Heist. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna do a small 100. Don't forget the escape room and oofed. Rip. Which message? The Neb Heist one? I'll be back. Time to stuff my face, hoping there is something in the fridge. It says N Neb Heist instead of... Ah, that was probably a typo because I sometimes switch the Neb Heist part to Ultra Heist, so... Yeah, I don't think it's always been like that, and if it has, then whoops. Okay, a Neb Heist. Fireworks like Blacephalon. So is today like Blacephalon Day? I'm almost at 2050. Or Braviary Day. Yeah, that's another thing. Now I have to pay attention to the posts. Yeah. You can check. I mean, they're only as grammatically like correct as I can be. I'm the one who makes the posts, so I don't have the best of grammar sometimes. Blacephalon Day. Let's see, but I have an idea. The Americans are crazy because of voting on Trump. What you think about that? I mean, I don't really have much of a political opinion since I'm like super ignorant when it comes to that. I don't really pay attention to like what's going on with that stuff. Most of it really doesn't affect me, even though like I live amongst it all, but I don't really think I have much to say because I don't know what the point of like the two parties are, why we even have two or more different parties in the first place, and why that's important. Also, the only one thing I do know is that the parties apparently have different values and like value systems or something, and they have opinions on different like controversial matters. So my thing with that is, though, I don't feel that government and, you know, their whole system should impose on people's personal choices. Like I think apparently like what is it? I forgot. There was one thing that was like super controversial and like parties have a different opinion on, and I'm just like, I think you should just let people do their own thing when it comes to that, because it really doesn't affect the country as a whole. At least I don't think it does. I can sort of control the 3DS, but I can't tell it who to trade, but I can make it trade certain Pokemon. That's why I do different events every day. But yeah, if this is leading to tell the bot to trade me, then just wait, fam. It'll do it by itself. Ah, Minty, there you are. Hi. You can get Nebbits by talking in chat, winning Neb Heist, Neb Toss, or Neb Roll, or by donating. Motivation for doing the streams and stuff. To be honest, the motivation is just an old dream I used to have. So growing up, I occasionally, you know, delved on YouTube, because who hasn't? Because you're bored and you want to watch some sort of video to keep your attention. And I came across people who did videos like just of games, so that's when I first came across the Let's Plays. And originally I wanted to do something like that and do a Let's Play, but I never had the time with school or just other things came up, and you know, either moving from home to home or something like that. And I never really had the time to actually do like videos, nor the knowledge, because I didn't know anything about video editing or had a good enough computer, so I didn't have a good setup to even do the Let's Play stuff that I wanted to do. As time passed, I started getting my own things and, you know, my consoles, and I liked doing giveaway stuff on Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because I ended up getting a lot of the Pokemon really early on. Hold on a second, let me just fix this. So I ended up getting a lot of Pokemon really early on, but then I really kind of got bored because I'm like, well, I've already caught them all, so like, what else can I do? And then I kind of turned to helping other people and giving out Pokemon as a way to just have more fun with the game, because it gave me sort of like a goal that I wanted to do or like work on. So like, okay, I can work on graphics and make my pictures on Instagram look better, and practice like holding events and stuff like that. And basically, I like the whole idea of coordinating everything the way that I wanted it, and that eventually led to me streaming. There's more like minor details here and there, but that was basically how it started. Why can't people ever use the right conjugation of your and your? Isn't there another your too? No, there's your and then you are, which is your. I think I'm thinking of there, and there. So like there, they are, and there as in the possessive, you know, that is theirs. But yeah, no, people mess up mostly on your and your. I think Clefairy's level 100, but just use the 91 or higher filter. It'll evolve with Moonstone, so that's why it's level 100. Okay, thank you, Augustin. Like I said, there's more to the story, but that'll probably be for another day if I ever do like an origin story. Why is there 3 screens? There's 3 screens here because I'm doing a triple shiny hunt. We're doing one for Raikou, one for Azelf, and one for Articuno. As you can see, I'm gonna walk up to the Pokemon right now, have it drop on me, and then let's see if any of them are shiny. Nope, so we soft reset. The counter goes up by 3, and we continue our shiny hunt. The other 3 screens on the side are for a giveaway that I'm hosting for fairy type Pokemon. So you deposit a nickname Delibird, ask for a fairy type Pokemon that isn't mythical on GTS, and you will receive it hopefully in a really short amount of time. There's a lot of entries, so you might have to wait a little while, but you're free to chat with us in chat and trade and battle with other people in chat. I love you are Pokemon in battle, huh? Was that like a joke of the conjugation thing or what? Shiny Tyrantrum yesterday. I just wanted to say thanks. Tyrantrum is my favorite. Oh, that's cool. Tyrantrum is a really cool blue dino. And thank you for saying keep up the good work. I have been noticed by Lord Helix Plays. Ah. Why did your mom do that? What the? Did I not soft reset one of the games? What? I'll do the overnight GTS again tonight, and hopefully it attracts a bigger crowd. If I see like a rising in audience attendance overnight for the GTS, I'll leave it as is. And then if the Wonder Trade bots ever get fixed, I'll do like a half and half, I guess, just to keep things fresh and interesting for everyone. You're welcome, Skylab. Thank you for joining the streams frequently. I've seen you here ever since the other day that you started coming. There are no means of escape. Rip. What did Gonzalo say? Oh, okay. I don't think Lilybot likes the people of the Aryan variety. They wanted you guys to be uber literate, so I'm guessing you're the books type? Like, super into literature, maybe? The Wonder Trades that I used to do, the way they used to work is Lilybot would do a counter in chat, and then when the counter goes to 0, you guys would hit trade on the Wonder Trade and then hopefully get her. Praise Lilybot. I like to read, but I also like to write. Okay, yeah, I see, I see. I'm just bad at reading. I don't know, I guess when I'm really into a topic, obviously I'll do the reading on it, but when it came to reading like novels and stuff in school, I didn't particularly like it. Never really got why books had to be so long-winded and kind of boring for me. I was actually more of the boring type. I prefer to read a physics textbook over like a random classic novel that our English teachers would push on us. I mean, I'm still that way. I'd rather read more informational text or just random wiki stuff, like from an anime that I like, as opposed to a random novel. I read manga very sparingly. I could stand to read more of it though. I'd like to have like a bookshelf full of it just because I like having physical representations of things that I like. Yeah, no, I've always been a very slow reader, and that's kind of shot my I guess reading self-esteem when it comes to that stuff, because when I first got into my my English honors class back in freshman year of high school, I didn't get the memo that we were supposed to do a summer reading thing because I was going to like a brand new school and it was like a kind of a special school. So yeah, I never got the memo that I had to do any sort of reading, and so the teacher kind of nagged at me and then said, here's the book, just read it in class the first like few days while we're in class. So I pick up the book, and you know, she's teaching a lecture the whole time, so it's already hard enough to focus because all the kids are talking and whatnot, and I'm trying to read. So by the end of the first period that we had there, like 45 to 50 minutes, I think she was like asking me like, hey, are you like almost done? I'm like, are you crazy? This book is like 150 pages or like 200 pages. It was something like that. It wasn't that long of a book, but like, let's just assume it was at least 150 to 200 pages. And then it was just like, are you done? I'm like, are you crazy? I'm on like page 7. She's like, how are you only on page 7 after a period? I was like, it's kind of hard to read. I mean, I'm already bad at reading, and you're talking the whole time, so yeah. What is Watership Down? Never heard of it. Yeah, I'm the other way around. I'm not awful at English per se. Like, I'll write just fine. I'll do like the thinking part of the whole thing, but when it came to the reading is really what I suck at. I am really good at math though. Probably gonna make this another 3-hour stream just to keep it in time with everything else that I do. English is the easiest and simplest language. Most of the world would disagree with you. Everyone would be like, hey, yeah, no, English is like super hard. I'll join heist. Hold up. Skyla, stop. The no insulting rule sometimes applies to yourself depending on what you say. I mean, yeah, if English is like your first language, I guess it should be easy. But everybody in the world says that English is one of the hardest languages, and I guess I can kind of understand it because they say that a bunch of like random little nuances and like the way vowels work, and sometimes there's like a longer sound and whatnot. Like, okay, think about it this way. Our word for read is the same in like present and past tense. It's spelled exactly the same. It's read both times, but then in certain cases, based on the sentence structure, it's read instead of read. But then we have a color that's pronounced red, which is R-E-D. So then why is the A in red there? Like, it has no business being there. And that's just like one of the first things, you know? There's probably a bunch of other like weird misunderstanding things that you can get in the English language, and I think other languages do a better job of saying, yeah, no, this is how a verb is, this is the past tense, and this is the future tense, and stuff like that. Yeah, and then like we have a sport that's football where you don't actually use your feet on the ball, but then the sport that does use your feet to juggle the ball around is called soccer. So yeah, English is something else. If it's one of the hardest languages, then I'm glad it's a language that I had to learn growing up. English takes words from other languages. Yeah, reuses them. That too. Is easy, but also what? What? There are 12 people going to Guzma's again. Your cat did what? No, it's just, you have to keep track of when you were traded. There's no way to check exactly when your timer will be up. Yeah, English doesn't really have any, like, concrete, like, I mean, yeah, it has rules, but nothing, like, as, I guess, limiting as the other. It doesn't have as good a structure as the other languages, I'd like to say. I mean, I tried to learn Japanese in class, so, yeah. I know some, I just never got around to taking my third year of Japanese, so I didn't get to learn how to read kanji. There is no original Ninetales form for this one because original Ninetales is fire and not fairy. So if you deposit for a Ninetales, you will get a Alolan Ninetales. I have no idea what Spanish is. That is true. I have no idea. One sec, I gotta fix one of the bots that stopped working. I don't know what's wrong with it this time. So does everybody know Spanish now, apparently? What happened, my Lotic, for 3 hours? What? Ah, okay. I don't know, whenever I've heard people speaking Spanish, they've always been very, like, lively and loud. Is that, like, a common thing, or no? So, like, I don't know, whenever I've heard of people trying to, like, learn a language, they always say, like, a lot about sentence structure and things like, verbs, nouns, adjectives. I get verbs, nouns, and adjectives because those are pretty simple, but, like, what's a predicate? Or what else was there? That's another weird word. There's like predicates, and then there's the whole thing of conjugation, and I'm just like, what's the definition of conjugation? As far as I can tell from context clues, it's just like saying like the different forms of a verb or something based on the situation. I think it's funny that like that apparently other languages have like different forms of verbs depending on whether the person doing it is male or female. So like there's like thinking about I don't know, this is an example and I'm probably wrong about this, but like the way I was seeing it is like, imagine there's like a female version of the verb for eating and a male version for eating, so like you can only use one version of eating if the person eating is a girl or if it's a boy. Because I know there was like a masculine and feminine, I think, conjugations or something. Ah, thank you, Skyla. I'm glad I can be entertaining. That's what I like doing. Catalan? Catalan language is Spanish? What do you mean? Well, Catalan means Spanish? Hey, Premium Kevin, what's poppin'? Just these fireworks, man. Still no shiny, though. Why are we even talking about school learning and English? I mean, we were talking about languages, and honestly, as far as I know, nobody really learns languages from school. They usually just learn it from actually practicing. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get into learning languages like the textbook way, really. I can probably learn like words and stuff, but when it comes down to it, I really think you just have to practice the language with foreign speakers and get them to correct you until you get stuff right. Conjugation and gender, you are right. Yeah, I've heard of it being done in other languages, but it's just funny to think of. Can you imagine if there's like in English there was that, like, you have to say eating with like an A at the end if the person you're talking about is female, or eating with like an O at the end, because I know that's common. Oh, I don't know what Catalan is, dude. I don't even speak Spanish. You're asking the wrong guy about languages here. I only speak English and some Japanese. Yeah, I know. You asked the wrong guy when it comes to that. Wait, my school said that hi in Japanese is kohyo ke toi ki. What? And I said, bro, you stupid, I'm out. You walked into the wrong language. This is some Taiwanese or something. I'm just like, what? You walk into Japanese class and they're like, hi is ni hao, and you're like, that's China, bruh, bye. Ah. Ooh, Umbreon. That's you, right, Skyla? You got traded already. Umbreon 3400. Agirado. It's arigato, but alright. Arigato. It's like that, not Agirado. So that's something that like somebody would mess up on, like really funny. Like broken Japanese Agirato. Arigatoi? Is that what you say when you're thankful for receiving toys? Catalan is not a language. Catalonia is a territory? Cool. Wait, who's doing a Neb heist for 7,000? Yo, Charlotte, you are crazy. Unless you slipped and hit 0 too many times. Ooh, Zwai's getting a shiny Ramombi, and Gokustin, enjoy your Mimikyu. Yes, you can get Mawile from this Ice Willow. It's fairy type, so yes. Alright, let me join this heist real quick. Hey, welcome, Gokustin. Thank you for joining in again. We had a lot of bot issues with the Wonder Trade bots, Gokustin, so that's why we stopped. Ah, wrong button, rip. If you guys want to stay up to date on, you know, why stuff happens or when the streams are, what types are next for the GTS giveaways, make sure you join our Discord. Do !point Discord, and Lilybot will give you a link to join our Discord server. We have almost 1,000 members, so join quick. There's a lot of people who go on there to talk about trades, battles, and other things. Yeah, guys, if one of the mods answers a question, usually they know the answer to, so don't spam questions if they've already answered you before. What's up, Jinx? What's with the ... My sister's school said that hi in Spanish is oyoquite. She said, bruh, that's not a word. And at the end of class, the teacher said, I was walking in for class. I'm done teaching. Wait, what? Got hiccups again. What do you get if you win a Nebroll? To be honest, that's like the most enigmatic game I have here. Nebroll is a game that not that many people play, and we still don't know exactly how much you win from it. So if you ever do some Nebroll tests and you win, let me know how much you got from it. So the thing that happens actually with Neb Heist is the more people there are in the heist, the success rate goes down because there's more people in there, but the payout goes up. So the more people there are, the bigger the reward will be if we win, but there's a lower chance than if there were less people. So kind of like a real heist. Also, what was it? What else was I gonna say with the Neb Heist? Dang, I forgot. I was gonna say something about the heist, but I don't remember. Rip my memory. No, I did not create Lilybot. I just created the name and the like concept art, the idea of the art. The art was actually made by Qpix and Kuromoko Nachan together. Yeah, Zeraro's not released yet, so nobody has it. Excellent. Thus, the heist has succeeded. Finally, we get something good. Zeraro will be released, I think, in about 2 weeks or so. Something like that. Yeah, July 16th. So yeah, a week and a half, 2 weeks. Is it gonna be like another GameStop event or like a GTS, sorry, Wonder Trade event? Do you guys know how it will be released? What if you don't find a shiny till encounter 3000? I mean, then we don't find one until 3000. We'll just keep on going until we get one. I think the fireworks stopped. I haven't heard them in a while, so that was kind of weak. Only happened for like an hour. Come on, Raikou or Articuno. Kinda don't want a Zelf to shine because I want to change its nature. Let me see a Zelf's movesets these days. I want an exploding Zelf. Jolly or naive? So naive would be good too. You can ask for a female Ralter Curlia. Yeah, for some of these giveaways, you can ask for gender. In the future, I might make an announcement saying you can't, so be wary of that. Gallade is not fairy, it is psychic fighting. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't really have any like favorites among viewers. I just like having people to talk to. Not really cool to really rank them like that, you know? I mean, there's people I'm closer to than others, and obviously, like, my mods I'm closer to because I speak to them outside of the streams, too. Please don't post swastikas in chat. Oh, we got another heist going. Let me join in. I am bad. I spelled that completely wrong. I want to stream for the rest of the hour, so another 50 minutes. Mods have to fight to the death to pick the true fave. If they do that, then we'd only have one mod, and then we'd be overwhelmed. We'd have to get new mods, and then those new mods would have to fight to the death too, and then I don't think a lot of them would want to. So it's a complicated process. Not to mention a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood on the path to being mod, apparently. Like I said, I don't have any favorites when it comes to that. So stop fighting over favorite mod or stop fighting over like favorite viewer. It's all good. There's no competition. There's a lot of mods. There's Nat, Star, Celia, Lapis, Sela, Muffin, Hydra, Flash, Acrylic. Where is Acrylic actually? I haven't seen her. She's probably celebrating the 4th. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. But somewhere around 10. Mega Darkrai is claiming 37th favorite viewer. Ah, yes, dragons. There we go. I forgot dragons. Yeah, I already named Sela. I do like jazz. Very good genre of music. Type second round. I don't know. Gotta think of something for the weekend. I might go back to doing like a one Pokemon a night thing, or I still have to do Latios at some point because we caught shiny Latios from the shiny hunts and never gave him out. So he's been on the back burner for a little bit, and I want to give out some of them with like cool nicknames for you guys. I do have a Twitter, I just don't really use it, but I do have one. It's the same thing following Lucaria. Yes, Flash knows many, many things. Flash Frozen, she who knows 10,000 things, reminds me of Wan Shitong. Splashosaurus, what did you deposit for? Yeah, you can call me just Fallen, that's fine. Most people call me that anyways, so yeah, that's what I go by. Okay, I don't know if you've watched Avatar, but I could have sworn in the first series, Wan Shitong introduced himself as Wan Shitong, he who knows 1,000 things. And then I feel like in Korra, when he shows up for his little cameo thing, he introduces himself as he who knows 10,000 things. I don't know if I misheard, but I was just like, yo, he upped his game. He went from 1K to 10K real quick. It only took him a couple of years. That's why her name is Flashy Quick, yeah. Yeah, rewatch it, let me know. I'm pretty sure it's 10,000 for both, and I could just be remembering wrong, because it's been a really long time. I probably haven't seen the Wan Shitong episode since since the episode got, released. The first one. I saw the second one because I've rewatched Korra, I think, twice already. Because I really liked all the fight scenes and the animation. I'm a really big fan of the Avatar series. But I don't think I've rewatched Airbender in its entirety since. I know I've seen book 3 at least 2 or 3 times because I really liked book 3 of Airbender. Is Agumon a fairy type I can request on GTS? Of course it is. If you believe. You have both Avatar collections, what, the DVDs? You could just call me Sky or Skyla. Yeah, I've been calling you Skyla so far, so cool. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming to the streams. I saw you got traded earlier, so enjoy your shiny. I don't know what you got, though. What did you get today, Skyla? Did you name yourself after, Skyla from Gen 5? Like, you know, the gym leader Skyla? Or was it just, a name that you liked and you went with it? Achu? Reminds me of Mulan when they were like, what's your name? Achu, Achu. Okay, cool. But yeah, it does have a different spelling than Skyla from Gen 5. Officer Jenny's still lurking. We gotta wait. We gotta wait for next heist. Try pronouncing my last name. Malherb? I'm assuming maybe the L is it like Malherb? Tell me how to properly pronounce that. I feel ashamed. Opinion on Gen 5. I really liked Gen 5 for the games and the story that it provided. Originally, I was on the fence about the Generation 5 designs of some of the Pokemon, like, you know, controversial Trubbish and Garbodor. And I really didn't like the design of the Nature Trio, you know, the genies. Thought they looked weird. But aside from that, I really enjoyed the game as it is, and the story, the character of N, and, you know, Team Plasma and all that nonsense. And Chorus. Chorus was cool. He's always taking notes, though. You know what? The last pronunciation is actually pretty good. Thank you. How would I pronounce it though? I thought is the L silent, by the way? Favorite Ultra Beast. I'm on the fence between what's his name again? I almost called them Flex Boy. What's his name? Not Zerkatree. Zerkatree's the tree. Buzzswole, there we go. Yeah, I'm on the fence between Buzzswole, Blacephalon, and Kartana. Those are like my top 3. Zerkatree's cool, and so is Nihilego. Pheromosa is cool looking, but then Guzzlord is kind of meh. But Kartana, Blacephalon, and Buzzswole, really cool ones for me. I think Kartana was my favorite until Blacephalon got released, and then I just liked it because it was so extra. It reminds me of that convulsively exploding robot from Futurama. If any of you know who I'm talking about, the one robot that if you surprise them, he just explodes. It's like, hey, yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, no, actually, we've met once before. What? And then he blows up. So you kind of use, but don't lean on it, if that makes any sense. It's like half silent. Okay, so it's like not really predominant. Kind of get it. Can you spell my last name out correctly? I owe you, what is that, 10k or 1k nebs? I didn't see how many zeros that said. Okay, so you're telling me this boy went 4+ years and didn't learn a single thing. Okay, so now he goes from putting in work to being completely lazy. My vision of Wan Shitong is now shattered. Starstrike, thank you for subscribing. Cool name, by the way. It reminds me of Starstrike Blast, if any of you know about old Yu-Gi-Oh packs. There was a pack, booster pack series called Starstrike Blast, and it was one of my favorites. Favorite mythical, I used to really love Jirachi. It was my favorite for the longest time. Now I'd probably say Magurna, because I like something that incorporates metal and fairy, like steel type. I didn't really like the mythicals in Generation 6, so like Hoopa, Volcanion were meh. Diancie was really cool though. I like the concept of Diancie. The fact that it can mega and turn into basically like Gadoka, I was like, oh, hello. 4+. Wan Shitong went to high school. You see, somebody edit in like the graduation cap in Korra for Wan Shitong. There's even a really long video that gives us his whole reasoning to why the series is trash. Wait, what series is trash? Yeah, I'm sorry you can't get Diancie. Blame the GTS. The GTS doesn't accept people depositing, what do you call it, mythicals and stuff. Wait, what? What's this? I thought you were asleep. You're getting really unlucky. You deposited Delibird for Gardevoir like 50 minutes ago. I still haven't got it, but hey, I don't get it. Okay, did you use like the right level filter and the name and everything? Because sometimes people do deposit incorrectly, so I'm sorry about that. Also, the bots will remain on overnight today again, just to see how many people will join the overnight streams. Although for overnight streams, you're only allowed one deposit, so at least everyone will walk out with something. Better than nothing, you know? Try to get to as many people as possible that way. That way, everyone who comes into the streams at least gets something out of it and can, you know, be happy for the night. My boy's name is Sale? Like a sale, like a discount? GG Dylan. Did you change accounts, fam? Yeah, that's probably why, fam. I can't do any transfers or anything like that, so can you go back to your old account or nah? What happened to your old account? The level filter should be 91 or higher. Just let me know what you did. There were a lot of like compromises and changes done to SpongeBob, and now it's like completely different than what it used to be. I don't know. How do you feel about the changes that were made to Fairly Odd Parents? I would talk about this in like an older stream on this channel, but I remember one day I was like just on YouTube randomly, and you know how they have those streams that are like 24/7 streams of like old cartoons and stuff, but like it'll just replay the same 3.5 episodes every time, which is kind of annoying. So I was watching some of Fairly Odd and I was just like, wait, okay, yeah, I understand that they had Poof, which was, I don't know, I didn't really like Poof when I first saw him. So there's Poof, and then afterwards now they have a magic dog, I think. They had a fairy dog, and then afterwards they have the like next door neighbor that shares fairies with Timmy, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what happened to Dingleberg? Yeah, I was watching the edit of 91, but it's always like the same 3 episodes. There's like the one episode where all the kids at school have the bet of which one they can go which one of them can go the longest without like the thing that they need the most. And like I thought it was funny that Double D's thing is he had to use small words and he had a really hard time doing it. Favorite Pokemon season from the anime in terms of like the quality of it, I guess judging from it now, is definitely XY and XYZ. So I mean those two are kind of like a package deal for me. If I have to pick between the two, then obviously I'd go with Z because more crazy stuff happened in it. But it was beautifully animated, it had a solid plotline, the characters were really like they had a lot of character development. So they weren't static, and there was a lot of continuity between all the episodes. Like things from the past actually came back a lot. You know, I get that most of the seasons had like reminiscing and stuff, but I guess in XY and XYZ, things that happened previously in the season actually mattered later on, and it wasn't just like a random little flashback to, you know, fill up a quota for animation. Or fill up screen time, I guess. So yeah, again, have any of you heard from Acrylic today? DG, your friend is bad. Why did he delete your account? Hello? Serena or Misty? I'd have to go with Serena, hands down. I mean, Misty wasn't really like a favorite of mine in terms of all like the companions. I mean, she's not bad. Like, I wouldn't say like she's worse than Iris. I think Iris is the worst one out of all of them. At least, you know, anime Iris. I think Pokemon Generations Iris and like Champion Iris from the games is really cool. He had a flashback to Bulbasaur, but not Charmander. let him have flashbacks. I think it's funny when they have flashbacks to like the original show, like Indigo Plateau or Indigo League, and then you see the animation difference if you remember what it used to look like, and you're like, what? That never happened like that. What? I think he actually didn't he have a flashback to Bye Bye Butterfree at some point? Like, I'm really detached from Misty right now because I haven't watched Johto League and Indigo League in like the longest time. If I rewatched it, I'd probably get a connection back with Misty, but I do very much remember really loving May when she came on. I just found her design a lot cuter, I guess, at first, and then later on she stuck around for like the longest time. It's weird that he can't flash back to anything that includes Brock or Misty. Is that like intentional, or is that just like a thing like he completely forgets them? In the episode Butterfree and Me, is that when he has the flashback? He didn't release Gudra, he just lets it live in the marshlands. I mean, Gudra came back to him to go participate in Kalos League. Like, all his boys like welcome him back to the marshlands, and they were like, yo, he's like, yo, I was in the league, you saw me, I was on TV. They all live there like kind of happily, I guess. Indigo League is on Netflix. I gotta give it a watch at some point. But yeah, no, I'm still on XYZ and X and Y hype. Man, I kind of want to replay Y now. I think they can't for some reason. Like, he flashbacks to memories that include and they don't show them. Really? Saving up. Oh, you know what it might be? It might be that they can't do the voices readily like that. I don't know why they can't just use pre-recorded things, but I'm assuming if they use pre-recorded voices from previous things, if they still even have those in their studios, they might have to pay royalties to the voice actors. Kind of dumb, since like they've already recorded those lines. I don't really think it should be like that, but I guess that's just how the industry works. So yeah, I mean, how much can you really get paid for saying like 5 words in a flashback in a random episode after your voice wasn't even re-recorded? You know what I mean? Okay, look, if they ever have a flashback to Brock using his frying pan as a drying pan, Brock's voice actor needs to be paid a fortune for that. That too. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, the original episodes were dubbed by 4Kids, and that's not a thing anymore. So like maybe the recordings aren't in the current studios that are doing the dubbing. Who's dubbing? What company is actually dubbing Pokemon now? Wait, so in Japan, hasn't TV Tokyo always done things for Pokemon? Or was it another thing? I always see like the TV Tokyo logo there. So maybe in Japan they do voice the other companions like Misty and Brock and everyone else. I haven't seen like anything sub that has their flashbacks, so I can't tell you or confirm for sure. Also, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Have so many of the same voice actors, yeah. I'm still laughing that Dan Green has done voices for Pokemon. And wasn't Kaiba the same as Brock, apparently? Dan, oh yeah. I'm just thinking of Entei trying to throw down and duel someone. Instead of Entei constantly saying in the third movie, if that is what you wish, he just says, it's your move. Dylan Webster, thank you for subscribing. Or like, it's time to duel. Can you imagine him talking to Molly like that? That was the girl's name, right? The little girl Molly from the third movie. You know, I really had my appreciation for the third movie diminished over the years because as a kid I never really understood it, and then I saw some other people like praising the third movie so much for like what it did apparently, and like all like the deeper themes and meanings that it had. I don't know, what's you guys' opinion on the third Pokemon movie, the Entei one? Because at first I didn't really get it, because you know I was a kid and I was just like, oh, you know, that's cool, Entei's a cool Pokemon, but he just beat up Charizard, so I don't like him. But yeah, no, I was watching like random review videos for Pokemon movies just to see like which ones I thought people were like which movies people thought were like the best movies, and the Entei one surprisingly was in like someone's top 10, and I was like, what, why? I didn't like this movie that much. And then they're like, oh yeah, no, it like does all these things, and there's like so many like heavier themes, and like Molly has like issues apparently. And I'm like, you know what, I never thought of it that way, but yeah, that's a cool way to view it. Ash's Kalos team was really good. That's why I have it in my battle team game. So like when I do viewer battles, I actually use Ash's Kalos team to battle viewers. I might do that again soon, because I did want to battle today, but we kind of got sidetracked with the talking, and then like once we got like to 2 hours, I was like, I'm getting a little tired. I don't really feel like setting up battles right now, so apologize. You know, I'm apologizing for that. Sorry guys. I think either Kalos or Sinnoh was the best team. Yeah, those were his two best leagues, honestly. The thing with what do you call it? The thing with Sinnoh though is Buizel was in it, and I'm not saying Buizel's bad, but it's not evolved. So in terms of a league team, he probably could have evolved Buizel, very least. I mean, if anything, he could have used Sceptile instead of Buizel and had a super stronger team. I don't know why he switched like teams entirely between Paul's battle and Tobias's battle. Like, that was such a bad call. I get that his Pokemon were hurt, but like, Nurse Joy is like a miracle worker. Yeah, I see Splashosaurus is a big fan of all the anime leagues and stuff like that. Good on you, mate. Literally, I've been up for like 9 days straight. Bro, go to sleep. I can't be up for more than a day straight, to be honest. Like, after like hour 27, I'll start like hallucinating and seeing weird stuff. You have 1K subs, you know what you can, you know that you can now accept YouTube super chats and sponsors now, right? Yeah, about that, I've tried to start the monetization thing, but YouTube always tells me this thing that my account is under review, and I did have some like copyright stuff from before because I was playing like Mario Kart and stuff, and that gets copyrighted, so I took care of that today and I got rid of like all the stuff that has like copyrights. So I'm hoping that YouTube will review my channel again, or like keep on reviewing it and see that it's good, and then allow me to take all that stuff. But yeah, as of right now, I can't do sponsors or super chats, which is unfortunate. So right now, if you guys do want to support the stream, you guys can do donations via the donate link. So if you do !donate, Delibird will give you a link, and you can use that to donate. A little notification pops up on the stream, and the donation link takes like, I think, credit, debit, and PayPal. So like, you can use a card now, so it's like the same thing as if you were like using a card on like super chat. So it works. Chaos 2 Oblivion, thank you for subscribing. Let us know what's up in chat. Also, give us some shiny luck so we can get a shiny Articuno, Raikou, or a Zelf today. Because we've been soft resetting since, what was it, like 1600 resets, so we're almost at like 1000 for today. And we still yet to get anything. But it's been fun talking to people in chat, so it's all good. RJ, Rockin' Josiah, thank you for subscribing. Also talk to us in chat, let us know what's up. How was your 4th of July, by the way? Chaos and RJ. Did you guys do anything special for 4th? Have you guys seen the fireworks? Are you guys even in the US, actually? No, it's all good. We're just shiny hunting for the thrill of actually getting a shiny at the end. So I don't need anyone to trade me anything. I love the soundtrack from the 3rd Pokemon movie. Yeah, it was really good. Dramatic, though. Whenever like the crystal towers and stuff that Entei did would show up, like all the trumpets, I'm just like, whoa, what's all this? But yeah, I don't know if I saw your comment from before. What did you think about like the 3rd movie as a whole? Like, did you see like beyond like what, just the actions, and kind of analyze like the themes of what's going on? Did you think like it had a deeper meaning or what? Cool, cool, Chaos. Family time on the 4th is always good. I liked all the barbecues whenever my family used to have them before. Kinda wish I had a burger today, but I had a nice steak dinner, so I'm good. For Ralts will be level 5, Mike. And for Nape Staraptor, Buizel carried his team in Sinnoh. I wish they would have made Torterra and Gible. Oh yeah, Gible, I forgot about Gible. Dude, if Gible was fully evolved, I'm pretty sure he could have been the one to take down that Darkrai. Yeah, even if they evolved it once, it would have been a lot better. Poor Gible, I forgot about him. Torterra was kind of fodder. Unfortunately, Torterra, if I remember correctly, would get KO'd. Staraptor was an animal, and Fernape was crazy. Buizel was good at battles, but would have been better if evolved, obviously. I think Molly was a brat. I mean, in her defense, she was just a little kid, and she, like, from what I was seeing from the reviews and stuff, people were saying that she had, you know, like, neglect issues with her parents, and she was kind of going through, like, a little bit of a, you know, a lot of like loneliness and sadness. I mean, she could have been depressed, who knows. Her dad was always away on like well, not always away, but like he could have been away frequently on his like expeditions and stuff, and then you know, he just disappeared randomly, and like her mom, whatever happened to her mom? Did she like pass away, or did she also get lost in like the unknown stuff? I mean, she was going through a lot, and she was just a little kid, and she, from the house she was living in, you could assume that she was like very wealthy, so it kind of feeds into her being bratty or spoiled or whatever. She did steal some kid's mom. I won't defend that. I mean, yeah, that is true. He did in fact steal the boy's mom and then said, nah, you're my mom now. So yeah, I'm pretty sure like it was one of those cases of original content, mom passed away, dubbing, she mysteriously vanished because 4 kids. They had her mom come back during the credits. What? Was that just in the dub? I mean, if she originally lost her mom at a young age and her mom came back, you could have assumed that her dad remarried or something. But in the dub, I think her mom just disappeared. I also thought her crystal Pokemon were dumb. You really like the movie, but you really hate Molly. That's funny. I thought the whole crystal battle thing was really cool. I just hate the fact that my boy Brock got totally demolished by a Fampi. I really like the battle animations though, the battles that she had with Misty and Brock. Although Brock was trying to hit on like adult Molly though, low key or high key actually. He was really thirsty for that like older Molly. It's funny, Brock was super thirsty, but there was like no water in sight. Meanwhile, she's fighting with Misty underwater. Yeah, like I said, Oscar, thank you for the thought, but I don't need any shinies right now. We're shiny hunting for the thrill of the hunt. There is a video about what? The crystal Pokemon or her mom? Rip Ridley. Why did you miss the fireworks, fam? Man, I miss Brock so much. Him and Clement were like so good. Or how the subs call him, my boy Citron. Yeah, I mean, like looking back on it, it was kind of a deep story. And somebody was making the argument that at least in the 3rd movie, Ash actually has like some personal motivation to go after, you know, like the quote-unquote villain of the story and whatnot. Like, I mean, yeah, this time the conflict is really personal for Ash. It's about his family and, you know, his mom being taken away. In other movies, this is kind of like, oh yeah, no, right place, right time, gotta save the world because don't want the world to blow up. So, like, what happened in Pokemon 2000? Like, what was his motivation really? Like, I mean, wasn't he like on vacation or just traveling randomly? Then all this legendary nonsense happened. Ah, damn, I didn't even get to join that heist, but everybody won. Cool. Congrats, guys. What's all this? Still no shiny, rip. Gardevoir is a fairy type. Yes, that is correct. I'm gonna go up to 2500 soft resets today and then switch the bots over to the GTS mode for a little bit before I start the overnight. I'll stay on a few more minutes to talk to you guys and see what's happening in chat, what's popping in chat. Isaiah, you gotta do the command, exclamation point Nebbits. Yeah, I've seen a couple of people actually mention the whole super chat thing. Do you guys just like having like your message posted at the top of the chat? Or what? Thank you, Skyla. I hope that your good luck will give me something by 2500 soft resets. And In the second movie, he's in the Orange Islands and things start to go crazy where some dude starts catching the legendary birds with these cage things. Wasn't he like playing chess at the same time? Like some weird, like fancy looking chess thing? I mean, at least the guy was like super like honest, kind of. Like he's just like, yeah, no, I'm like a rare Pokemon collector. I like these birds and I'm gonna catch them. Don't get me wrong. He's bad for catching them in that manner. Like if you really want to catch a legendary, you know, walk up to the man and battle it. So what is it with Ash constantly getting like starters that were released by other people? Like I heard Froakie was apparently from another trainer before, Snivy as well. Tepig was abandoned, Charmander was also abandoned. Yeah, there's been a lot of like abandoned starters that he gets. There was a prophecy that Ash had to save the world, you know, the usual. Yes, yes, the world will turn to Ash. And then he's just like, yeah, I wish my mom named me Bob. The Ludicolo, oh my god, Beastly, stop. Yeah, and there was the Talking Slowking, if I remember correctly. That was that the one that gave him the prophecy? Nebril's another game where you have a 1 in 6 chance of winning. Nobody really plays it, and it's kind of a mystery even to me. Once I get a shiny Articuno, whenever I get a shiny from shiny hunting, I usually give that same shiny out to people. And if you guys come up with cool nicknames, I will nickname it for you and trade it out via the GTS so you guys can get that. So yeah, that's the sort of thing we do on the channel. We've done before, Skyla, but you haven't been around for it yet. I caught a shiny Latios the other day on stream, but since I've been doing the types, there hasn't been a good moment to actually give out Latios yet, so that's going to be another thing that I'm doing in the future. What's up, Kyle B Gaming? How you doing? Alright, so last reset for the night. Let's see what happens. Let's hope it's something cool. Something shiny. Come on, Raikou. Articuno. And nothing. Rip us. Alright, so I've done like 900 soft resets for today in the last like 2.5 hours or so. What would happen if you do soft reset over the shiny? How would you feel? I feel very tilted. In other words, I'd be really grumpy. Cuteness Mudkip, if you want to look through the videos on the channel, we've actually soft resetted over a shiny Buzzwole. It was my first shiny hunt. I wasn't really paying attention. A lot of stuff was going on in chat that day, and I missed it, and I was really surprised and upset. Just upset really, until we finally got it again, and then I was like, my heart was racing, and I really tried my best to capture it, and we got it. So we got ourselves a shiny Buzzwole. Really weird nature, because I don't think I was using synchronizers that day, because it was my first hunt. So like I said, kind of inexperienced. But ever since then, we've had a lot of successful hunts. We've caught Nihilego, Xurkitree, Buzzwole, Kartana. What's another Ultra Beast? We've got Guzzlord. We actually failed Guzzlord at first and then got him later. Funny story with that. Those are all the Ultra Beasts. We got Groudon, we got Dialga, what other legend? Virizion, Blacephalon, which is an Ultra Beast. We got Latios the other day. I can't really remember anymore, but those are all the stuff we've gotten so far on all the streams. I don't think I missed a shiny Articuno last stream. If I did, show me the screenshot so I can cry myself to sleep. Wait, half of what was overpowered for some reason? Anyway, so I'm gonna switch over to the GTS on these three that I'm not shiny hunting with anymore. Arctic Star is the nickname? Huh? What do you mean? What, of Articuno? Like I said, when I get a shiny Articuno via shiny hunting, you guys can suggest nicknames and I'll write them all down. When the time for the giveaway comes, I'll make extra of the Articuno clones and add the nickname for you guys. Yeah, they usually are overpowered, actually, from what you were saying, the abandoned Pokemon. I mean, his Charizard was really good until you get to Charpacific Valley and find out that he's a tiny Charizard with a lot of pride and gets wrecked. Squirtle wasn't... I don't think Squirtle was abandoned, was he? He was just part of the Squirtle squad. He was a thug. What's your opinion of shiny Clawitzer? Cause I just caught one. Clawitzer looks really cool. Honestly, when I first saw like Clawitzer and what's his evolved form? Clauncher. When I first saw the Clauncher, since it has such a like big arm, it looked kind of like, and it's like all segmented. It looked kind of robotic or something to me. And since he's like orange, reddish, and like a cream color together, he looked like Iron Man to me. Sort of, just you know, like an orange instead of red. So he looked really cool to me, and later on I found out that he has a really cool ability and can get moves like Dark Pulse and Water Pulse. I think he gets Aura Sphere too, but yeah, he has a lot of nice moves that get a boost from his ability. So Squirtle Squad was a group of abandoned Squirtle who caused trouble because they were abandoned. Oh snap, I didn't know that they were abandoned. And then one of them stole their trainer's glasses. They look like cooked lobster. Oh no. Yeah, he battled an Uber's user. But like, in my headcanon, what was funny was that Tobias was probably way too cocky and thought he could win the league with just Darkrai and Latios. I mean, he wasn't wrong, but in my headcanon, Tobias went in there with just 2 Pokemon. So after Latios fainted, he's just standing there in the middle of all his hair, just sweating a little bit. Like, they better not tell me to like call out a 3rd Pokemon because I don't have one. And then, you know, since they're like, oh, he only has 2 Pokemon and he lost all 6, then, you know, Ash is disqualified. RIP. But yeah, no, that was my headcanon for Tobias being nervous. Yeah, I get salty over it too, especially like you can see it in the animation that Greninja gets wrecked. Like a split second before, you see him take the L real quick in the middle of all that, all those attacks. But you know who isn't salty about Ash losing, Flash? Our boy Shota / Sawyer. You know that man was taking notes and he's just like, dang, Ash, you got wrecked. I feel like low-key Shota was probably a little bit salty because he kind of got done in by like plot armor and just, you know, protagonist syndrome. Because I mean, come on, the bond phenomenon was just kind of out of nowhere. Pikachu wrecked a Latios that spammed Light Screen. Okay, you know what made me salty during the Sinnoh League? The fact that Ash thought that throwing out Swellow against Latios was a good idea. Poor Swellow got Giga impacted. Back to Professor Oak's, like, laboratory. How is he supposed to do better against Sawyer? Sawyer takes notes like 24/7. My man is studious. I really like their relationship, to be honest, though. But I feel like he should have done a little bit better. Maybe not been like neck and neck towards the end. He should have at least beat him with like an extra Pokemon to spare. But at the same time, I don't mind the outcome of that battle or how it went. I feel like Pikachu stopping Aegislash from reverting to its other form was complete BS, but I am no Pokemon judge. True, but Ash doesn't remember that. Remember, back in Gen 5, he lost to a Snivy, fam. his excuse was Pikachu can't use electric type moves. I'm like, but electric type moves wouldn't have even been that effective. You know what really made me mad though? The fact that Pikachu was made to forget Volt Tackle for Electro Ball. Why? Can someone explain to me why Volt Tackle was forgotten? It was literally Pikachu's best move. And I don't know why Electro Ball was just like a thing now. Like, he could have forgotten like Thunder Shock or Quick Attack. Make him forget Quick Attack. Volt Tackle was so broken. But yeah, no, the Snivy didn't even know how to fight. Trip was just bad. Trip was like Paul with no skill, literally. At least Paul had the skill set and, like, you know, the talent to talk all the crap that he did talk, and most of the stuff that he said was really true, just he was harsh about it. So like Paul was just, I don't know, he was something else. But Trip, he just kind of just diss Ash for being from Kanto and then proceed to get whooped swiftly. Mostly because of the history. Oh yeah, no, the thing with Gary was really good. I think it's really cool that Gary decided to just, you know, get off the whole Pokemon Master thing and do something else with his life. I'm not saying he couldn't have been a master if he wanted to. He was also really talented. But the thing with him was, I guess maybe he just came to terms with, hey, someone needs to look after the lab after my grandpa passes, or my grandpa can't do this anymore. And he kind of just, you know, took that upon himself and just decided to become a researcher. I feel like he was more cut out for that too. I mean, like, he was super cocky and, you know, a great trainer at first, but then he's like, you know what, maybe if I put my ego aside and actually, you know, learn from my grandpa, I could do something else and not be like such a bad, I guess, have such a bad attitude. So I really like how he went from doing that to just actually being equals with Ash and then like eventually helping him out. And even then, like, you can see that Gary never really stopped learning. Like when he went to Sinnoh and got an Electivire and beat Ash, I think he beat Ash, right? Or did they tie? I know Ash didn't win that confrontation against Electivire because of motor drive and stuff like that. But that was a good, like, good way to showcase Gary's development. I'm sad that we don't see him afterwards, though, but he became a really cool character. Let's replace Volt Tackle with Electro Ball, and then let's replace that with Electro... Or what? He doesn't learn Electro Web. Get out. But yeah, no, Volt Tackle was such a good move, and I still don't know why he forgot it. Anyways, here we have 3 more trades right now. We have Donna, Corey Hollins, and May. Gonna stay on for a little while longer while the trades go on, and then afterwards, I'll turn the stream off, go to overnight mode, and then I'll catch you guys tomorrow. What's your opinion on Shiny Tyrantrum? Cool blue dinosaur. Really like it. I think their battle was interrupted by a rocket. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Electro Ball is Electro Web now for Pikachu. Pikachu learns Electro Web now? Get out. I did not know that. If that's true, I feel so disappointed. Gliscor was really good, actually. I did not like Gliscor as a Pokemon because its sprite always looks so god-awful to me in Gen 4. But then when I saw it in the anime and I kind of saw, like, what it's supposed to look like, and then I saw its, like, 3D models in the newer games, I really, started liking Gliscor a lot. And then its utility is really good. Too bad that it dies to ice cubes, though. You hit that boy with an ice beam or a really cold breeze, and he dies. I'm gonna leave it on overnight, Pumpkin Man, but for the overnight you're only allowed to get 1, so if you get traded before the stream is over, then technically you can get an extra one during the overnight. So best of luck to you guys for the overnight and for the rest of the stream. You don't have to hurry, Pumpkin Man. If you just want one shiny, you can literally get one from the overnight. It's all good. So don't sweat the time. Just enjoy your time on stream. Talk to people in chat. What else was I talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about the leagues again. I remember Paul having Regice and Latiers? What? No. He never had any legendaries. Paul had a super savage Drapion, if I remember correctly. Do you know the first Ash Pokemon in the manga was Clefairy? I thought that was Red's first Pokemon. Red and Ash aren't the same character. They're just counterparts of each other, I guess. Red is more like the game and manga counterpart of Ash. Ash is just the anime one. Paul's team was Aggron, Ursaring, Electivire, Drapion, Honchkrow, and the Evo of Shellos. I thought he dropped Honchkrow for Ninjask. Remember he had a Ninjask? Yeah, he had a Gastrodon. Who did it? Who did what in one episode? I don't know, but I was really tilted when I found out that Ash was still 10 in Unova. That's when everybody kind of like, they dropped the ball on it and confirmed, and everyone was like, what do you mean Ash is still 10? It's literally been so long since he started, and they even had an episode in, not an episode, it was a little like Pichu Brothers short thing, that Ash was like, hey Pikachu, you know what today is? Today's our 1 year anniversary, and I'm just like, so it has been a year. So continuity error right there. Yeah, I think he dropped Honchkrow for Ninjask. In the Sun and Moon anime, Pikachu learns Electro Web. I don't believe any of you. I'm gonna go look that up. I didn't even know Pikachu could get Electro Web. What? Who does he learn Electro Web from? Electro Web. Oh my god, he learns Electro Web. What? It's a tutor move. Look, okay, so I had my hopes set on the fact that in Alola in Generation 7, Volt Tackle is a tutor move. And I was like super psyched because I was like, hey, if they're gonna really showcase Z moves, then Ash has to reteach Pikachu Volt Tackle through a move tutor or like an episode in the anime so that he can reuse the Z move. But yeah, no, he can learn Electro Web as a tutor move in Generation 7. If you guys are trolling, I swear, but like, why? Why would you waste your time teaching it Electro Web when Volt Tackle is better? Yeah, and he uses Electro Ball that turns into an Electro Web to protect him. What the? So he has both moves? Did he forgot Electro Ball for Web or what? He does. He was getting whooped by Mimikyu. Dude, Mimikyu's got so much hatred behind him that, like, I'm pretty sure he'll just decimate Pikachu no matter what Pikachu does. That's ridiculous. If he learns Web without any tutor moves, this is ridiculous. Oh my god, who knows? The anime writers are so high. He should learn Volt Tackle. At this point, I'm down with him for getting not Volt Tackle. I'm down with him for getting, what's that move? Electro Web or Electro Ball, whatever he has, and just learning Thunder Punch. Like, actually, like, give him Thunder Punch. Why not? Thunder Armor Swallow, anyone? Favorite episode of Hoenn? Stop. Stop your nonsense. Okay, speaking of Hoenn, how did you feel about Ash versus, what's it called? Like, Meowth Boots over there with a Thunderbolt. You know, I feel like that episode made Team Rocket and Meowth be like, fam, you can learn Thunderbolt? What? And he's like, oh yeah, I can do that. I just choose not to. Volt Tackle was hands down his best move. Second best move is Iron Tail. I hope he never forgets Iron Tail because that's a really good move. But yeah, no, Volt Tackle, he should totally relearn it through the Sun and Moon move tutors if they have one of those. There should be an episode where they have like all Pikachu dedication, because apparently Pikachu's super popular in Alola. So yeah, they should really have Ash reteach Volt Tackle to Pikachu. I remember the episode where he first started learning Volt Tackle. He looked so like confident. Pikachu was just like, oh, yo, I'm gonna run really fast, and then I'm gonna like cover myself in electricity, and then I'm gonna hit this guy, and I'm gonna be like, yes, that was a really cool combination of thought process you got going on there. It's a really cool move. Okay, I think I remember seeing really small bits of the Hoenn League, and then I remember seeing bits and pieces of the Battle Frontier. Yeah, for some reason there's a problem with the connection right now for YouTube. It's giving me like a red bar instead of like the usual green, so there might be lag or some connection error, but right now it seems to be fixed actually, so it's green again, so we're all good. Anyways, we can all agree Volt Tackle, best move that Pikachu has learned. What else does he know? He knows Electro Ball, Volt Tackle, Iron Tail, and Quick Attack? I love Ash Greninja. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the stream now, and I'll see you guys on the overnight, so give me like 5-6 minutes to set up, and thank you guys for watching.